Okay, so moving into the next subject, and this one is a juicy one to me. So we're still on a controversial Black women, if you want to call it that, and we are talking about Stacey Dash and Black female conservatives. So I'm going to start this one out, if you gentlemen don't mind, and I'm going to read the question, and I'm gonna give my points because I honestly think I probably have the least to say about this because I'm pretty straightforward on my perspective, I think. But the question is, should the Black community forgive Stacey Dash? So to me, that's up to the individual because I'm all about accountability, right? She has made claim recently that she basically felt forced to be the angry Black woman. Her specific statement was, "That's not who I am anymore." She says that she apologizes for her offensive comments as she no longer supports Donald Trump, and she quit politics and blames the network for typecasting her as the angry Black woman. Okay, here's the thing, but you knew what they were doing if that was the case, and you still chose to participate. So while it was making you money, it was okay. And to a certain extent, you didn't give a shit about the impact of it at that time. But now all of a sudden, you see the error in your ways and they made you do it. No, they didn't. You're a grown ass woman. They didn't put a gun to your head and make you do it. You chose to do it. You chose to make your comments that you knew were just absolutely ridiculous. And for me, you know, I don't like people who try to avoid accountability. You're a grown ass woman, okay? You made your decisions. Now, at the same time, this kind of relates back to me to cancel culture. At the end of the day, if someone wants to forgive Stacey Dash because she's seen the error in her ways and make a change, who am I to say to them, no, don't do it? That's on that individual. Me personally, I don't give a shit about Stacey Dash one way or the other. So I don't care what her views are or aren't. For me, she's very similar to Candace Owens. I would hear their arguments out because I'm going to hear anyone's arguments out. That's the nature of having good dialogue, is that you have to be able to listen and respond, not just, respond. That's the point. But for me, she's very similar to Candace Owens in that, believe it or not, there are some things that they've touched on that have some truth to it. But at the same time, their overall notions that all Black people behave this way or all Black people behave that way, that's my issue with the Stacey Dashes and the Candace Owens of the world. You're doing the very shit that you claim you're trying to negate when you put blanket stereotypes on all Black people, bruh, which is what the Republican Party does, but all the political parties do it one way or another. I happen to be independent. I do not register with any type of political party.
I'm actually
I don't even
green.
particularly register with independents. I pretty much don't trust any of you motherfuckers. And
I
as
Right.
trust
far
the
as I'm
Green Party
concerned,
though. I'm about the universe and about cleaning up the
exactly.
world.
I
But
listen, I'm about actions. I don't care about your words. Show me what you mean. I don't affiliate with any political party because I don't want to hear what you have to say. I want to see what you actually do.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, this just boils down to yet another time where someone has to eat their words and are trying to place blame on something else other than their own actions. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't give a shit enough about Stacey Dash to care whether or not she is apologetic about her behavior in the past, because in my opinion, it's irrelevant. She has not done nor will she do anything in the future, in my opinion, that is going to be everlasting affecting for our community. So I don't care. And that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this to Pat. What say you, sir?
All right. So my head's pretty much where your head is at in regards to this. So what I'll say is I can't speak for the Black community as a whole, but for me, forgiveness, when we talk about forgiveness, it isn't something that I've given much thought about. Stacey Dash didn't, at least to my knowledge, didn't commit some heinous crime that would have the idea of forgiveness really come to mind, at least not for me. What I will say is she just needs to stay where she is and just keep it moving. As a result of her actions and statements in the past, it would seem that she didn't fully embrace the Black community or really wasn't too big on standing on her Blackness. I mean, she said it herself that she is not about identity politics. Okay, fine. That's her opinion, whatever. At the end of the day, my verdict on Stacey Dash is Stacey Dash played herself. She literally and figuratively got into bed with whiteness. And as we have all seen lately, it has backfired on her. Stacey Dash, like the Black folks before her, simply got her Negro wake-up call. She is obviously attractive and has always been known for her looks.
I like that term.
Yeah, the Negro wake-up call. Yeah, that's
like
what she
that
got when she got fired. She got the Negro wake-up call. And I believe it was Paul Mooney who came up with the term.
Oh, Mr. Mooney.
Yeah, Mr. Mooney. So yeah, so as we all know, she's obviously attractive. I know that she was doing her thing in Hollywood for a quick minute, and she was accepted in white spaces, one of them being Fox News. She wanted to be the Black female Republican. I don't think anybody put her up to it, or like you said, Naya, nobody put a gun to her head and made her be the Black female Republican. She chose to be that, plain and simple. She wanted to be the Black female Republican, and while Fox might have got some mileage out of that, they ultimately showed her the door. That's what they did. They showed her the door. I mean, it straight like that. Fox News, being the organization that they are, showed her real quick that she is expendable. She was just the Black tool that they needed to fool the viewers into thinking that they're not racist. Stacey found out that racist people do have quote unquote Black friends. In this case, Stacey Dash was simply the Black friend. Just like Candace Owens is the Black friend right now. When a racist white person wants to get their point across, especially nowadays, they simply show a Black person who co-signs their racist bullshit. Stacey Dash was that Black person, and when it's all said and done, they reminded her that she is still Black. Like I said before, I don't know about forgiveness. It's not a case for me where I need to forgive her because she didn't do anything crazy like that, really. But I will say that she shouldn't be coming to the Black community for forgiveness if that's what she's trying to do. Defying Black people and then trying to get back in good graces with Black people after getting that Negro wake-up call, it's not a good look, sis. It's just not a good look. Blackness is not something where you could flip it on and off like a light switch.
Exactly.
Now, I personally don't dislike her or wish her any ill will, but when it's all said and done, there has to be some type of code of conduct amongst Black people, a code of conduct where we don't sell each other out. Obviously, every Black person is not going to adhere to this, and every Black person has not adhered to this because people sell out all the fucking time, as we all know. But from what we've seen, trying to placate to white conservatives, or in some cases, white liberals, at the expense of Black people, it won't ingratiate you into the dominant society. The dominant society has no problem reminding their Black friend that at the end of the day, they are still Black. The name of the game is, we need you to just be Black and make us look as unracist as possible. Don't get too out of order. That's not what you're here for. That's pretty much their stance when it comes to dealing with Black people. Yeah, we'll let you in our space, but just remember, you're just the Black friend. That's it. Keep your mouth shut. I mean, you could talk, but don't say too much. Just let us do most of the talking and most of the thinking. So just to wrap it up, when it comes to the Black community forgiving Stacey Dash, I say that that's up to the individuals within the Black community. That's my overall point. You know, it's up to the individual. Some will forgive her and some won't. It is what it is. But just like you, Naya, I really don't care about her like that. So it doesn't, you know, sway me one way or another. It is what it is.
Exactly right. All right, what say you, E-Man?
So for me, I mean, when it comes to forgiveness, you know, that's not my place. That's their place. But at the end of the day, you know, we don't save hoes. That's just, you know, I've heard it in many rap songs, and Project Pack said it best, you know. Don't save her because you don't want to be saved, you know. Because in my eyes,
wait, real quick. Did you just quote my man?
yes, I quoted. Yes, I did quote Project Pack on this one.
Don't save her.
Yeah,
Don't
save her. She don't want to be saved.
Her. She don't want to be saved. Reference for this. I love this. Okay, gold star for you, eBay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So that's just, you know, how I'm seeing it at, you know. And Stacey Dash, is she gorgeous? Well, of course. I mean, everyone knows that. But I mean, I don't really care, you know, for her forgiveness, because I don't know what she's really, you know, forgiving on, like, you know, towards like what she said or what she did. I mean, is she trying to become full graces for those who want her to be around? Because, you know, in my case, I don't know who she dated or things she's done towards, you know, in her life and whatnot. All I know is Stacey Dash is that chick who played a character, you know, on Clueless and whatnot. You know, that's how I know her as. But, you know, when you jump into things that don't, you know, if it's not you, you shouldn't jump into things like that. So she jumped into towards, I would say, an arena that she had no business being into. But there's certain people, you know, who want to do that. But, you know, she don't need to be saved. So I'm towards anything she's done, that's on her, you know. And she's gonna meet that with whoever the universe dwells upon her. But like, to me, I don't give a damn and whatnot. But on the other note, I feel like Stacey needs to just get her life together, go find herself a good guy, and get her life together. That's just me. Just, you know, because I mean, I haven't seen her in any new, like, you know, movies and whatnot, but she needs to get her whole life like together and whatnot, you know. And then coming on to the other, you know, things about, you know, like in my mind, when I hear the terms like, you know, white conservative and white liberals, I just feel like those are titles people put themselves in to create another division. Because either way, I don't believe in white liberalism and I don't believe in white conservatism, because to me, it don't mean a goddamn thing. It's just people splitting each other so that, you know, you can't be part of their party. You know, it's just this whole thing, because it's all about, you know, acceptance and accountability. Once you accept it, you know, once you do something, like Nia Angel said, the accountability of what you do, you know, you know, it's all up on you. And in this case, Stacey Dash, you fucked up, and you fucked up on yourself. So, like, I'm gonna leave it as Project Pack said, We can't be saving hoes because hoes don't want to be saved. It's just that simple, you know? And I'm just like, I don't know what else to say. Like, we need to stop saving these hoes. That's what we just need to stop doing. No? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Also, Project Pack, thank you for making that song though. You helped out a lot of people in the like 99 and 2000, man. Thanks to you.
You are something else, E-Man. Okay. So good stuff, fellas. Good stuff. I think I definitely agree with certain parts of both of your points there. Again, you know, I just don't care enough about what the chick does. To really spend too much energy on her.
I think she just needs to find a new, I think she just needs a black guy to go just meet her. I think she just needs to go find herself a Tyrone. That's what I think she needs to go find herself. A Tyrone, you know?
Lord, okay.
You find a Pookie or a Ray Ray.
That can work too.